I'm Alex Lang.
Brock Adams.
And I'm Caitlin Whitehead.
So the summary of our book. Our book is a children's book, obviously. It has many different math concepts that are taught, such as number sense, pairing, grouping, and yeah. It helps children grasp the understanding of math through different seasons, holidays, or just events that happen globally. And then our author is Greg Tang. He has published 8 books for Scholastic. A quote we found on him was, "My challenge was to figure out how to make this idea fun and instructive." So he wants to find ways for children to learn math that are so interactive and it makes them feel like they're not even learning about math.
All right, so some math connections here, the standards, both the Virginia Standards and the Common Core. This book primarily has to do with adding numbers, just adding and subtracting sums. For this book, it was all sums less than 20, so pretty simple math, but great interactive book for young students emerging in math. The math lesson we've constructed, it first starts out with having a class discussion about holidays and seasons and how they related to math and numbers, because the book does pertain to those culture experiences we have, and it's very familiar to the kids, so I think it would be a good way to activate some prior knowledge on the subject. Next, then we'll do a read aloud on the book, Math for All Seasons. And then the middle, we would like to, we were thinking about doing 4 different seasonal stations, keeping along with the theme of the seasons. And at each season, there'll be different manipulatives that each student will use to represent different math problems, such as if they were at the fall station, there would be leaves, pumpkins, stuff like that, everything to do, as many manipulatives as we can find that relate to the seasons. And then they'd be encouraged to make problems out of it, so like 7 leaves, and then also have manipulatives of the plus, minus signs, equal signs, just as much hands-on as we can possibly do. And then we have an example of what those stations will look like, a general example. So just having cutouts, and I know it's tough to find the exact manipulatives you'd like to use, but I mean, everything's online, so you can just make cutouts and just use what you have, and yeah.
And with our possible global connections, we thought for global understanding and recognizing perspectives, charts and graphs would be helpful to distinguish how many countries celebrate what holidays, and also how many countries experience all seasons and when they experience them. The investigation, we would have the students find out if other countries celebrate Christmas, Easter, Halloween, and New Year's. Then we would have them find out if other countries experience all 4 seasons and when they experience them throughout the year. We would have the students work in pairs to help find the answers to the investigation questions, a different variety of resources. We found a website that they can search certain parts of the country or parts of the world and figure out the findings that we had given them to find. The students would share their findings with the classmates and determine the next steps. The students would then collaborate to create large charts that will show the differences in holidays, and this would help promote equality and acceptance of other countries' cultures. And then this is an example of a chart that we would have them create, and below are just the questions that we would have them answer previously to making this chart.
Thank you.